Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As can be seen from the title of this video, we're going to be discussing not one of the more, let's say, positive aspects of tourism and expat life here in Thailand, and that's, just essentially bad decisions that expats and tourists make when they're here in the kingdom. A recent article from Fortune, specifically Fortune.com, the article was published December 1st, 2017. The title of the article is "Two American Tourists Are in Big Trouble for Taking a quote-unquote butt selfie at a Thai temple." I'm going to paraphrase certain aspects of what I quote from this article. Most notably, I'm not overly interested in repeating the names of those involved with this, and I'm also going to paraphrase some aspects of this just to kind of keep it as PG or G rated as possible on this channel. Quoting directly, Thai authorities have fined two American tourists for revealing their buttocks in a photo taken last week at Bangkok's Wat Arun. But authorities say the pair could face further charges. Quoting further, deputy spokesman of the Thai Immigration Police told the BBC that the two had been on a watch list after authorities flagged their controversial social media post. Apparently this photo was taken while this couple was on vacation in Thailand, and they were only really apprehended at a border checkpoint trying to leave. This is another thing to think about just sort of in general with respect to social media. There are ramifications that are oftentimes, and to me it seems kind of inexplicable that this is unforeseen. I mean, you're posting things on the internet, but some people just are kind of flabbergasted that people actually look at the things that they post on the internet. I'll get to that further, but just one other thing, and this is more of import, I think, from sort of a broader based analysis of immigration, deportation, things like that here in the kingdom. Once they are through with the charges, the Thai Immigration Police will revoke their visas and push for deportation, the deputy spokesman of the Thai Immigration Police said. They will also be blacklisted from coming back to Thailand. So, I don't really know. I've seen the photos, or I've seen sort of a blurred version of the photos. I don't really know what these folks were thinking when they did this. It's highly disrespectful, to say the least, with respect to the culture and the history of the kingdom. But that being said, it happened, and I find it rather interesting that folks seem to think that it's like such a shock that people would look at their photos. And yeah, they were basically red flagged, and people were waiting around for them at immigration, waiting to pick them up. And it's my understanding they were picked up trying to leave and told, hey, what are you doing here? And we're apprehended and we're charged with, here in the kingdom. More importantly, I think the charges in the grander scheme of things for these two at least will probably be, I don't know, maybe they won't be considered by them specifically to be of particular importance, again, in the longer term picture. But in the short term, it's going to cause some problems, especially because they're going to have to pay some fines or maybe even possibly do some jail time. The other thing to think about with respect to this is they are blacklisted. So these individuals are not going to ever be allowed to come back to Thailand. And, they may not want to come back. I don't know. I don't know their reasoning behind this. And this really isn't a video designed to get into an in-depth analysis of what they were doing, what they were thinking. It's more designed to just sort of impart that, look, things that may seem cavalier in a Western context are not treated as such in other countries. Not just Thailand. There are other countries and cultures which take things very seriously that perhaps we don't take seriously in our home countries. With respect to these folks, I think it's pretty safe to say they're never going to be coming legally back to Thailand again because they're going to be on a blacklist for the rest of their days. And frankly, they were subject of quite a bit of acrimony from the local population here in the kingdom because, again, not to put too fine a point on it, but it was massively disrespectful what happened with respect to this temple. So, sort of to sum it up, I guess the thing I want to sort of have taken away from this video is, make good decisions when you're abroad, but also you know, think a little further ahead than just the end of your nose when making decisions abroad, because they can have a really significant impact on one's ability to stay or leave a country or ever come back again.